Bovine fetal aging revisited. In this video, we'll be looking at pregnancies from 28 days to 8 months using the XTC by ReproScan. Here on the left, we see the transducer moving slowly across the uterus. We don't really see the pregnancy there. And we're going ovary to ovary, either with the repro arm or with the arm in transducer. On the right, we see the multiple pockets of fluid, and there is the 28-day embryo in the left corner of that one pocket of fluid. Let's zoom in, pressing the plus button on the XTC, and we're going to scroll across that uterus again, and there's a little clearer view of that 28-day pregnancy. On to a 39-day pregnancy. On the left, we've got the dissected out uterus, thanks to Visgar. On the right, we're rolling across that 39-day pregnancy. The arrow is going to indicate the amnion, which is the membrane over the embryo as we see on the left side of the screen. There's the 39-day pregnancy once again. On to a 48-day pregnancy. We're using the XTC set at 22 centimeters initially for the depth setting, 2 centimeter grid. We're zooming in by pressing the plus button on the XTC to get a clearer view of that fetus. We're rolling across it. We're getting an estimated crown rump length of 2 squares. 48 days. On to a 60-day pregnancy, 22 centimeter depth, rolling across, freezing on the head less than 1 square, so less than 2 centimeters, reconfirming a 60-day pregnancy. We want to get a better look at this fetus. We're going to change the exam setting this time to exam B. That's just the setting on this particular machine, XTC. We're rolling across that uterus, looking at the pockets of fluid. There's our fetus rolling up onto the head, hitting the freeze button in this case. We're going to get an estimated head length less than 3 centimeters. Looking at our chart, just goes to 3 centimeters, so we're less than 70 days. We're going to reconfirm that 60-day pregnancy, or if it's a bull-bred herd, estimate 60-day pregnancies. Let's use 10-day increments on the estimated ages, and if we can freeze and measure or reconfirm, we can get a little more accurate than 10 days. 70-day pregnancy here on the left. Placentomes are quite distinct on the dissection, not so much on the ultrasound image. There's a placentome right there rolling across that fetus. We don't have a grid on right now. Now we do. We're rolling onto the head, getting a freeze, see if we can get a freeze on that head, and we're a little greater than 2 centimeter diameter. Let's reconfirm a 72-day pregnancy there. Now with the Visgar dissection, you can see that the placentomes are getting much bigger. We've got a 15 centimeter depth setting. There's a much larger fetus. In the ultrasound image, the placentomes are much more visible. And we're just going to roll onto that head. We're going to get a head length of 3 squares, 6 centimeters, a bit less. Look at our chart. There we can reconfirm a 95-day pregnancy, or if we're estimating, depending on what our communication is with the rancher, let's just go 10-day increment and call this one 100 days, if that's what they're after. And we could get a trunk diameter there. You can see the variability in trunk diameter depending on where you are. On to the 4-month category, 120-day pregnancy on the right. If you're new to fetal gender determination, here's an easy one. You can see the scrotum between the hind legs there. And you can also see on the dissection, very distinct placentomes. Here's a head up, 4-month pregnancy. Again, we can get an estimated head diameter as it bobs around. It won't be that accurate, but we could go 4 months. Here's a trickier one. No fetus is present. Be ready for that. Some big cows, you cannot reach to the fetus, even at 5 months. Here's a much easier 5-month pregnancy. We're just going to roll across that head, and let's just freeze on there. We're going to use that, the orbit of the eye, looking at our chart, 2 centimeters, 150 days, 5 months pregnancy. Let's not get overly accurate. Here's a little bigger 5-month pregnancy, and we can reconfirm a 5-month pregnancy or estimate that for in a bull-bred herd. On to the 6 and 7-month pregnancies, placentomes are getting bigger, up to 6 to 8 centimeters in some of these big well-fed Angus, Simmental cross-type cows. 8-monther, so we got a almost full-term pregnancy here. We see large fetus amnion with some debris in it, all the signs of a healthy, well-developed, near-term pregnancy. So that we can reconfirm that if we get some data that says 8 months, or otherwise I'd be more comfortable just saying 3rd trimester. As we advance that Reaper arm over that large uterus in the abdomen. There's the head of the calf right there. We're going to roll across it. If you look carefully, have a little imagination, you can see the lips of the mouth. And there's a large placentome, quite vascular, not necessarily longer than what we saw in the 6-month, 7-month pregnancies, just a little more developed. Be on the lookout for those kind of clues as you have to estimate. Thank you for watching this Reaper Scan video. Please watch some of our other training videos to get a better picture of fetal aging as well. And if you have any questions, please give us a call at 877-890-2411. Thank you.